Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our group presentation. In this presentation, our group member Han, Jin, Li, Lang, Yuan, and Yu will show you guys a critical analysis of 3 journal articles. First, Han and Jin will analyze the article of social influence impact on reader perceptions of online reviews. And next, Li and Lang will do the journal of how does brand misconduct affect the brand-customer relationship. And then Yuan and Yu will talk about global entrepreneurship and innovation in management. In the end, based on the analysis, Lang and Yu will do a comparison of each article. Okay, let's get started.
Alright, now let's move on to the first article. This paper states customers' online review impact readers' perception. In recent years, as the internet and technology development, the electronic word of mouth is becoming increasingly important as well. Before consumers plan to purchase something or make the decision, more and more customers would like to pay more attention on the customer online reviews in order to help them make the initial evaluation. Therefore, the customer reviews greatly influence customers' purchasing decision nowadays. Well, for this article mainly focuses on 2 issues. For the first one is, what factors make readers of online review feel that the reviews are quite useful? For the second issue is whether the social factors on review websites impact readers' judgment. So in this article, use the deductive approach to hypothesis for results. For the first issue, there are 2 hypotheses, which are readers perceive a review as more useful when the review is recognized as having a higher level of expertise, and readers perceive a review as more useful when the reviewer have more followers. Otherwise, there are also 2 hypothesis theory to solve the second issue, which are readers perceive a review is more useful when the review has a higher word counts and more images. In order to reach the final results, this article used the deductive approach through the data collection of questionnaires to selection sample size for the top 1,000 restaurant online reviews in Taipei City. The aim is to find whether their initial hypotheses are correct. These data are saved in Excel files. Otherwise, the article through the hypothesis test to achieve the final results. For the research method, this article used a quantitative method to receive the data, such as through the content analysis, experiment, and survey to collect effective data. Moreover, this research used hierarchical regression analysis to test the proposed research model and hypothesis. After analyzed data can be found that the 2 issues hypotheses are correct, which are more reviewers' number of followers and the higher reviewers' level of expertise will make the reader's perception more useful, and as well as more image count and more word count will let the readers feel that the online customer review information is more useful. However, after the critical thinking can be found that there are still have limitations for the findings, and next my group mate Jinxin would critically discuss these 4 hypotheses as well as the article's limitations and further research with implications.
Based on the research, the study explores show as the factors that can influence readers' choice. According to the findings mentioned above, we can make a clearly conclusion. In this research, peripheral route is more useful than central route. That means source credibility is more useful than argument quality. Through the research, we can easily find that trustworthiness and expertise is the major factors that can affect readers. A reviewer has more followers who are usually likely to be trusted by others than a reviewer has a high level of expertise in indicator of credibility. In addition, the great number of images and words is in the review also can enhance its perceived usefulness. If the reviewer has added images, the review will be more useful to consumers than reviews comprising text alone. Moreover, although the research uses a lot of approach, but there are also have some limitations in it. Firstly, it is only focused on the restaurant. The research area is the biggest limited. This result may apply to restaurants and cannot represent the whole online review system. Secondly, this research only have 983 people in Taipei involved in. For example, different cultural people have different feedback about food, so the research is also not comprehensive enough. Furthermore, due to online reviews are scattered across a diversity of internet forums, the social connection between consumers and the reviews is very weak. So the level of trust in reviews is low. It requires readers put a lot of time to search useful information. Besides the limitations, there are also some research will chase in the future, followed by increasing attention of evil in society. The specialized review websites are emerging. By adding social network functions, these websites hope to attract more readers through their interpersonal connection. In addition, websites also introduce rating mechanisms that enable readers to read their reviews provided by different reviewers. This research's implication is on explore consumer psychology through study with the different factors influence of reviews to understanding consumer thinking. And it is only an initial foray into the field, and lots of research will derivatives in the future.
This study investigated the effect in brand-customer relationships before and after brand misconduct and advertising. There are three conceptual models are used to test the hypothesized brand-customer relationship, which are e-service quality, consumer satisfaction, brand commitment, and consumer advocacy intentions. The key issue that is addressed is confirming how brand misconduct and marketing affairs affect the relationship. Quality might provide greater understanding of the formation of online customer loyalty. About literature review, this article is not extensive and is logically and coherently. There are 52 references from 1980 to 2013. As follows, there are 9 hypotheses. 1. E-service quality is positively related to consumer satisfaction. 2. Consumer satisfaction is positively related to effective commitment. 3. Consumer satisfaction is positively related to continued commitment. 4. E-service quality is positively related to effective commitment. 5. If e-service quality is positively related to continued commitment. 6. Effective commitment is positively related to advocacy intentions. 7. Continuous commitment is positively related to advocacy intentions. 8. Brand misconduct deteriorates the relationship quality between service and quality advocacy. 9. Advertising investment mitigates the negative influence of brand misconduct on marketing relationships. The methodology of this article was divided into 6 parts. The approach is deductive, then the nature of research design is descriptive. Moreover, using questionnaires to collect data, and there are 674 participants to test the research hypothesis. Furthermore, the research method is quantitative. Lastly, data analyzing method is partial least squares. For the results, after ascertaining that the measurement item hold adequate properties, the researchers examined the individual hypotheses by performing partial least squares. Hypotheses 1 to 6, 8, and 9 are strongly supported by the data. However, only hypothesis 7 is not supported by data.
Hello everyone, I'm Gilby. I will talk about the limitation, future research, and practical implications for this research. The present research has several limitations that qualify the research findings and present opportunity for future research. First, this research used an experimental design focused on individual behaviors that may omit the process of consumer forming brand loyalty. Second, this research used lative only as the scenario for capturing brand misconduct. Third, the model of this research is empirically tested in a Taiwanese sample. Finally, this research used printed questionnaires to gather empirical data, which may fail to evoke respondent real feelings toward the online environment. For the future research, we can use the ethnographic approach to capture the evolutions of consumer loyalty. Next, consumer response to brand misconduct may be affected by different situations. Future research can investigate the influence of brand misconduct in different conditions, for example, food safety concerns or price mislabeling. In addition, the model of this research can be tested in different societies. Different societies may have different attitude toward brand misconduct. Lastly, future research can use different experimental methods like computer-based testing to determine respondent real feelings. There are several practical implications that can determine from the research. First, through the research, we can determine the relationship between service quality and consumer loyal behavior. Second, we can determine the impact of e-service quality on consumer satisfaction. Lastly, we also can determine the relationship between brand misconduct and advocacy intention. That's all for me. Thank you.
The third article discussed the global entrepreneurship and innovation with original perspectives and advanced knowledge. Entrepreneurship contributes to the quality and hope of a sector, economy, or even a country. There are four business forms of entrepreneurship, which are entrepreneurial practice within organizations, franchising, acquisition practices, and opportunity recognition. So, the entrepreneur's role is crucial in creating new economic activities that help to create value and to generate wealth and jobs. There are 28 articles analyzed and explored different aspects of global entrepreneurship and innovation in management. We select 6 research approaches, which are facet qualitative comparative analysis, structure equation modeling, theory of planned behavior, quartile regression analysis, CRISPR-Threat qualitative comparative analysis, and the enterprise survey data. There are 6 results. The first one is facet qualitative comparative analysis is better than MRA. in information and communications technology industry development research. The second one is government employees' attitudes. Subjective norms influence behavior, intention, and some external variables also affect behavior intentions. The third one is farmers of a certain size regarding productive structure must have a some of these characteristics: technology-based, productive, focus on goods rather than on services, or be within European business innovation centers. The fourth one is global mindset positively and significantly affects companies' internationalization. The fifth is woman's motive to create a business is the pursuit of a better work-life balance, although having a lower chance of success, and a woman whose motive is risk-taking have a great chance of business survival. The last one is inventory of inputs, customer clearance. Trade optical and internationalization have a significant association on enterprise internationalization, while trade obstacles do not significantly affect internationalized enterprises.
Hi everyone, my name is Yu Changlong. My presentation will mainly focus on the limitation and the recommendations. Firstly, when it comes to the limitation, it's hard to find the evidence of the limitation. So I tend to search the resource online. Finally, in the article, Contradictions in FSQCA, it mentions that the lack of support for contradictions in FSQCA limits the method's usefulness for conducting inductive research, while revision pulls up with two recommendations. Fuzzy said contradiction improve FSQCA by enhancing its case sensitivity. Incorporating contradictions into FSQCA helps researchers to identify anomalous observations. So we got three implications. Fuzzy said qualitative case analysis is an analytic theory and method that exists on the concept of the property space to bridge quantitative and qualitative approaches to measurement. FSQCA allows for conjunctions of all logically possible combination of conditions. And the last one, FSQCA allows different configuration of case conceived as combination of qualitative attributes and accounts for contingency and complex antecedent conditions. Hi everyone, before I talk about the similarity, I will show you the two approaches to theory development and testing. The deductive approach and the inductive approach. The deductive approach is called the top-down approach that consists of 5 steps. The first step is deducing hypotheses from theory. The second step is formulating hypotheses in operational terms and proposing relationship between two specific variables. The third step is testing hypotheses with the application of relevant methods. The fourth step is examining the outcome of the test and thus confirming or rejecting the theory. The last step is modifying theory in instance when hypothesis is not confirmed. The inductive approach is called the bottom-up approach. The inductive reasoning is often in which researcher uses observation to build an abstraction or to describe a picture of the phenomenon that is being studied. Generally, the application inductive approach is associated with the qualitative method of the data collection and data analysis, while deductive approach is related to the quantitative method. So let's go back to the similarity. Our three articles all use the deductive questionnaires as approach data collection method.
Based on the three articles we choose, we figure out three differences. Firstly, the nature of the research design show that the Article 2 and Article 3 have the same natural resource, which is descriptive, but the nature of resource for Article 1 is explanatory. Second, Article 1 and Article 2 using the same research method, which is quantitative method to reach their data, such as experiment, survey or content analysis to collect the effective data. However, the research method for Article 3 is both quantitative and qualitative method. Lastly, Article 1 using the hierarchical regressions analysis to test the proposed research model and hypothesis. Article 2 using partial least square (PLS) as the data analysis method, and Article 3 using regressions analysis and comparative analysis as data analysis method.
Alright, firstly, this presentation through analyzing three articles to state the different research methods and to reach the different research findings. Secondly, through the comparison of three articles to identify the similarities and differences. And that's all for our presentation. Thank you for listening.